So I was talking to Coach Relations this morning because I needed to go and switch our cards because Jordan's got expired, so he got a new card. So I had to call and switch it, and they actually told me that I have to have consent to access his account even though I was the one that signed him up. Don't ask me how that works. So there's a consent form that I'm going to post in our group so that you guys can just send it to them so that you guys can access their accounts easily. So just so you guys know that. So I was talking to Brianna a little bit, but I'm going to get our new challenge group for this next week up and running, hopefully by the end of today. And I'm going to have sign-up, so whoever wants to post in the groups, I don't know, like, I guess this is where you guys can come in. Would it be easiest for you guys to be in charge of the whole week? Or like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? What do you guys think? Wait, hold on, let me mute you guys. What do you guys think? What, Brianna?
Yeah, that's what
Every other day or just the whole week?
Is it for the 21-day fix, or which one is it for?
So it's for any of the programs, but I think because I know I've only signed up people with the 21-day fix minus the 3-day refresh because somebody bought the Kickstart. So
Right.
I know I have just only 21-day fix people. Is that how you guys are too, or has somebody else bought in different programs?
Yeah, I only have.
Okay, well, maybe we will just do a strict 21-day fix group this time around. Because I know that in the past I've had people that do random, like, programs. So if it's just 21-day fix, then we'll specify it to be 21-day fix. So I'll get the sign-ups on our team page, and I'm just going to do the edit so that you guys can go and edit which week you want. If you guys want to help with the challenge group, then just edit the doc and put your name so that nobody else can take the week that you want. So if you guys saw, I posted like a schedule on there of like what to post each week so that we're all kind of on the same page so that our customers get used to, or our challengers get used to what we do each week. Because I know that I have a challenger that's been doing it for over, well, it just popped up in my timeline yesterday that she bought her challenge pack a year ago from yesterday. So she's been in my groups for a whole year. So I think it would be a good switch up too, just as long as we all stick to the basic idea of it. But we're all different, and so we can all throw our own spins onto it. But I think that would be a fun way to kind of switch it up to keep people engaged too. So I'll post the sign-ups in the group. And then, Paisley, what are you doing? No. Get out of the bookshelf. Over here, please. Yep, that's my 2-year-old destructing my bookshelf. So that is what I was going to do today so that you guys can sign up because we're starting next week, and I'll go ahead and just do the first week because I have videos and stuff already, and I'll just post those. But if you guys want to make your own videos that are similar to mine but with your own spin so that when you guys are ready to do your own challenge groups, then you guys can just go ahead and use your own. So if you guys wanted to do that, you can do it. I'll leave that up to you. Or you guys can just keep using my videos. I don't care either because that's what they're there for. So whatever you guys decide, I'll leave that up to you. And then I know that Brianna was the only one that mentioned that she wanted to be on a fall classic team. And so if Tiffany, if you want to be in one or any of the other coaches, then let me know, or you can post in the Dynasty page to find other I guess, teammates, because you have to have your teams assembled by Saturday. Otherwise, you can't sign up anymore. And I explained to you guys what it is, but if you guys have questions more about what it is, then you can just message me and I can talk to you about it. But basically, it's something to get everybody excited, to invite people to your challenge groups and to build your business more quickly, but you get incentives and rewards while you're doing it. So it's kind of fun. So I'm on a team, Brianna's on a team. Those are the only two people that I know are on a team. So if you guys want on a team, let me know so that we can find you a team to get on. Because it's a good way to boost your confidence, but boost your business too. So anyways, that's my spiel on the Fall Classic. Then also, real quick, I just wanted to let you guys know that so the team retreat is the 13th and 14th of November. Alyssa might not be able to make it. She told me this because some family issues came up. So she might not be able to make it. So I'm looking for another photographer right now to come and take pictures. So I'm still planning on you guys getting your pictures taken. So don't worry about that. I'm finding somebody right now. But she still might be able to make it up. So I hope that everybody can make it that is able to. So, oh, Tiffany, I just saw your question. Sorry. So Tiffany, if you want to do your own separate group, you can do your own separate group. If you're ready, then go for it. It's all yours. Okay? Because I noticed that you've been doing that, and that's awesome. That's good for you. I'm proud. So if you're comfortable with doing it, then go ahead and do your own group. Like, more power to you. It's not going to offend me as long as you want to do it. So Tiffany asked if we're supposed to be doing our own separate groups or if we were all adding to the challenge group that I'm creating, and that's where that came from. So if you feel comfortable enough posting your own posts and being accountable each day and keeping a challenge group running, then that's just fine if that's what you want to do. So all right, so the next thing is if you haven't sent me your shirt size, then you need to send me that. But also, I kind of decided that, because I know that I have a few inactive coaches, and I know that a couple other of my coaches have inactive coaches. So here's how the shirts are going to work. As long as you are an active coach, I will either, if you aren't able to make it, my husband didn't want me to even send them to my coaches who couldn't come, but I understand certain circumstances and how far some people live. So I'm willing to still send my active coaches a shirt in the mail if you aren't able to make it. But so basically, if you aren't active, which means you aren't on Shakeology HD, or you don't have 50 PV coming in every month, then you are active. Paisley, don't, please. Don't. So that's the, I guess, the bar that I'm going to kind of raise. That's the only stipulation that I'm going to have of coming to the retreat, is that you're an active coach. That's it. So, and I know that I think almost all of my coaches are active coaches, so I'm not worried, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So let's just go ahead and get started. So hold on a second. Let me get this figured out. Okay, can everybody see this now? Is it full screen for you guys or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I decided, can you guys see my Zoom chat on the right side of the screen? Or is that only on mine? Okay, good. So I can still read your, because that was what I was worried about. I wanted to still be able to read your guys' comments. Okay, so I was talking to, I think it was Alyssa. Maybe Ashley. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Alyssa, but she was asking on some tips that I have for how I learn to prioritize and how I learn to organize my business. And I'll be 100% honest, I am not 100% with my organization yet because I'm still getting there, because I'm still trying to implement some things that I've learned. But I feel like I'm pretty good at prioritizing, but I am constantly trying to be better. So I don't know if you can honestly be exact, right, spot on with prioritizing and organizing all the time. I just think that as long as we're trying our best, then that is going to be enough. So, all right, hold on. Okay, there we go. What the heck? Hold on. My slides are out of order. I just had these in order too. Hold on, guys. All right, whatever. I'll just skip that slide. Okay. Okay, so I actually I'm a really strong believer in learning how to prioritize, because I truly believe that that is how you grow your business quickly and the most efficient. And so I actually found this quote, and it says, the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but it's to schedule your priorities. And I thought that was pretty cool, because you guys always hear me harp about, like, you're in control of your own life and you can't let other things or other people control how your life is, because that's why we all got into the business in the first place. Well, I guess I can speak for myself. That's part of the reason why I became a coach in the first place, was because I wanted to be in charge of myself in my own life, and I wanted to be the one that was in charge of planning it. So I thought that was a pretty cool quote that I wanted to share with you guys. So real quick, priorities, because I didn't understand what priorities were, so I kind of broke it down, and this is what it is to me, are the things that are so important. If they were stripped from your life, you would be devastated, you'd feel unfulfilled, and you would feel like you were living without a purpose. That is what I feel like your priorities are. So for me, I can tell you right now my top 3 priorities are, and that is my family, my religion or my faith, and my business. Because I honestly believe that if I was stripped of any of those 3 things, that I would be devastated. So I'm going to actually take you through right now to how to find your top 10 priorities, but we're going to actually narrow it down to your top 3. So after this call, go ahead and take notes right now, so that after the call you guys can do this exercise for yourself. But what I want you to do is write down the following on a blank sheet of paper. And I want you to do this with a blank sheet of paper and a pen or a pencil, because there is a certain power and magic of when your paper, or when your pen or pencil hits paper. So I want you to literally write this down. So I want you to write down, who do you want to be? Like, who do you want to be at the end of the day when it's all said and done? Where do you want to be? And who do you want to be? So what do you want to accomplish? For me, I like to think ahead. So I think past, there's short-term goals, there's long-term goals, and so I come up with short and long-term goals. So I come up with 90-day goals and like 5-year goals sometimes. Okay, sorry, I was trying to be. Okay, then I want you guys to think, what do you think that your purpose, like your individual purpose, is here in this life? Like, why do you think that you're here? I want you to write down what gives you pride. what do you wish to be remembered for at the end of your life? So when you die, what do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to think about you? What do you want people to know was most important to you in this life? And what makes you feel good about yourself? And I know I actually kind of talked to Tiffany about this the other day, which is kind of funny, because we all struggle, but it's really important that we take the time, because yes, like as moms especially, we have all this cleaning, all this cooking, all this laundry to fold, this house that we have to keep clean, the groceries we have to get, the food we have to put on the table, and somehow we're still supposed to find time for ourselves, right? You have to realize it's a priority to let yourself feel good about yourself so that you're more fulfilled and you can do better with helping others. And the minute that you understand that, the better your life is going to be, and the faster you're going to grow this business too. Then I want you to write down what areas of your life are your greatest importance to you. Oh, I don't know why it even says that, you. And what must keep, oh my gosh, I can't even read that. And now I can't even exit out of this. Here, hold on. So I can read this properly. What makes you feel good about yourself, and what areas in your life are of great importance to you, and who believes, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I was trying to say in this part now. I should have read this before. Oh, I guess, who do you feel you owe honor to? So, like, do you feel you owe something to someone in your life? For me, like, I love to please, like, my husband. Like, he is, like, the top most person that I want to please and that I want to make happy. So, the next step to finding your priorities is after you've created, so when the last slide was, we're going to call it your master list. And I'm going to be 100% honest. I got even this idea from Chalene Johnson. You guys hear me talking about her all the time, but I bought her book called Push, and it actually has a step-by-step guide of how to find out your priorities, and it goes into detail, so I kind of tried to summarize it for you guys. So after you created what you call your master list, this is your next step. I want you to place a star next to the 5 areas that are most important to you. So after you've written all your list, I want you to put a star by the 5 things that are most important to you. Now what you're going to do is list the 3 priorities from those 5 things that you can summarize. So let's say like one thing was like date night, or I can't even remember what I wrote on mine when I did this. I know I put date night on there, but basically I was able to narrow it down to, so like I wanted to lose like a certain amount of weight, stuff like that. So I was able to narrow it down to health, my family, and my faith. But I actually narrowed mine down to my business instead of my health, because I feel that health is part of my business. So you guys can summarize that however you want. Please stop it. Please stop. I need to get in here. Thanks. Okay. So the next step is for you to write down the 3 things of those 5 things that you picked that are of most importance to you. So when I did this, it came down to my faith, my family, and my business. Those are the top 3 things that I put on my list. And it can be, like, we are different people, and so it can be different things for everybody. So don't feel bad if we don't have the same 3 priorities, because everybody's different. So that's how you're going to find out what your priorities are and how to align your priorities. So now you found your priorities, right? So now you kind of know what you need to honor and what you need to hold on to. Okay, so this quote really stuck out to me when I read it. Guard your time, don't waste it. I know I am getting better, but I was really, really bad with wasting my time, like horribly bad, like overly bad. I can't even like explain it to you guys. But I was really bad with guarding my time and wasting it. So I have actually learned how to better use my time, so to speak. So this is how I organize my time, and you guys can throw your own spin on it. Disney, I need you to be quiet, please. Circle color down there. So the first thing I want to encourage you guys all to do is get a planner. So I will be honest, I actually calculated how much money I spent on planners this last year, and it's kind of embarrassing because I like the feeling of being organized. I actually spent over $200 in planners last year. So I had a problem. But I have finally found the planner that works for me, and it's called a Passion Planner. And if you just type it in on Google, it'll pop up. But I really like it because it actually takes you through every month, and it has you evaluate like how your month went as far as your priorities are, and it asks you what you're going to work on for the month. And it's really cool, and it has an hour by hour layout. So that's what I instruct you to do first, because the next steps are going to come into play. So how hard is it to focus because this is where I started out. So I would get my laptop when I first started this business, and I would sit there and work on my husband's laptop on the couch while trying to entertain my 2-year-old. Well, she was 1 at the time, or 1.5 when I started. And I was trying to do all of this from my living room while the TV was going, and there was so many distractions. I don't know if you guys have the same issue, but I found myself taking 3 hours on something that should have been taking me hour tops. And that was frustrating to me because that was just taking more time out of my family time that I could have spent with my family. And it was just really frustrating for me. So I found that I found a strict space for my business. So when I lived in my tiny apartment, I had this little $10 desk that I bought off of Craigslist. And I set it in the corner in my front room that didn't have a TV in it, so I wasn't distracted. And even if you are working in the living room, just turn the TV off. And I've been making my 2-year-old play with her Legos or something. But like, you need that space for your business, so you feel more organized, but so that you're more productive too. So that's why I have a space. So now I have a strict room now that I have the actual room, but I have a designated room just for my office so I don't get distracted. And when I do my calls, or I have calls at night with leaders from the business, I have this room to go to away from my kids so that my husband can watch them. And so I'm just not distracted. And by just doing that, I have literally cut my 3-hour issues down to an hour. No joke. So I promise that if you have a space, you're going to feel more professional. You're going to be more productive. But you're also going to start feeling like what you're doing is an actual business. So that is something that I encourage you guys to do. If you don't have just even a corner to work at, like, make that little corner for yourself, because you deserve that corner of the house. because I'm sure you clean it, like you do the laundry, like you deserve a corner of the house for your stuff. Okay? The next thing that helps me organize and prioritize is I use my daily checklist every single day. When I, so it kind of goes into the next one with your power hour. Part of my power hour is going through my checklist. And I've gone through the checklist with all of you guys before. And you guys just need to stick to that checklist and stick to the 3 vital behaviors. So in my power hour, I used to think, this is how naive I was and how much I've learned in the past year, but nobody told me that my power hour should strictly be inviting people to my challenge groups, inviting to the coach opportunity. Nobody told me that. So I was filling my time with all this bogus junk that I didn't need to worry about, such as like working on PicMonkey for my challenge groups. Like I thought that was supposed to be part of my power hour, but that was not part of my power hour. My power hour was what was on my checklist. And I knew that if I did my checklist in my power hour, then I was good to go. So the next thing that you're going to do is fill your schedule. So after you get your planner, you're going to fill your schedule out with your top priorities from the previous exercise that I had you guys do. So if you've done the exercise from before, you know your top 3 priorities. So for me, it was my faith, my family, and my business. So I went through and one of my callings, I know that Brianna is LDS. Tiffany, are you LDS? Yeah. Okay. So I went through, and I'm in the Young Women's, so I went through and I immediately marked Tuesday nights from 7 to 9 of my out of my schedule because I know that I'm not going to be working then. I went through and I marked Sundays from 1 to 4 because that's when I have church. I marked Friday night from 6 to, I think it was 9 is what I have. My planner's downstairs, otherwise I'd show you. And I marked that out for date night with Jordan. And then Saturdays, I marked like 3 hours of hanging out with just family. And usually Sundays, I just automatically designate to my family. So you guys can do what you want depending on your priorities, but then if your 3 priorities aren't like business related, then that's when I want you to implement writing down your power hour. So you're going to write down when you plan on working on your business, that hour every single day. And I want you to write that in your planner. Please leave, stop, please be quiet. Okay, so then you're going to go through and you're going to fill in your power hour. After you're done with your power hour, so we don't do these calls for fun. Like I'm doing it to teach you guys what I've done to help me succeed and what I've learned from other people. And so I didn't understand because I counted last night and I have over 10 tablets full of information and notes that I've taken on calls that I haven't implemented because I haven't made the time to implement what I've learned. So the next thing I want you guys to fill in is 3 hours a week to start out with to implement what you learn. So this is aside from your power hour, aside from your workouts, aside from your meal prepping, but this is an additional 3 hours per week. So I don't care if you break it up to like a half hour a day, just as long as you're getting at least 3 hours a week to implement what you've learned. Because I don't care how many times I can tell you guys to be on the National Wake Up Call or to listen to it, but it's when you implement it and actually listen to it that you're going to find tips that are going to help you. And by implementing things, that's when you're going to start seeing your business grow too. So, the last thing I wanted to tell you guys is I just want you guys to really stick to your schedule. Specifically in the next 30 days. or even within the next 2 weeks before I see you guys at the team retreat, I want you guys to stay consistent with sticking to your schedule and be consistent no matter what. Because the more consistent we are as coaches, the more people are going to see that. They're going to be drawn to us. But it's going to start showing in your business if it hasn't already by you being consistent. Okay? So, I guess, does anybody have any questions? Because that's all I have for you guys. So, okay. No, I can't exit out of here. Hold on. So, do you guys have any questions for me? What the heck? Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing this. Okay, so nobody has any questions? Those are the things that I found that have helped me anyways to become more organized and prioritizing myself and my business. And something that I'm going to open to you guys is I am actually looking for somebody who wants to wake up early, because I hate waking up early. I hate it. And there is nothing that I hate more. Like, I'd rather stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning than waking up early. And so I don't know if you guys are like that. That's how I am. But I told myself that in order for me to be able to spend time with my family at the end of the day, that I just need to start waking up early. So I'm going to start waking up at 6 o'clock every morning. But I would love to have somebody to help hold me accountable, because I know that if I don't have somebody to report to, then I will get myself into trouble. So, does anybody else want to do that with me? Tiffany, do you want to do it with me? Well, I'll just open the idea up to you guys, because, like, that's one thing that I want to work on. Oh, man. I don't even know where your binky went. Even for the next 2 weeks. Oh, okay. So, if any of you guys want to do that with me, like, I'm even going to probably go as far as, if I don't wake up at 6, the person that I'm going to have hold me accountable for it, if I don't get up and do my workout and get my butt out of bed, I'm going to pay them. Like, I think that's the only way that I'm going to be able to get my butt out of bed, is if I know I have to pay somebody if I don't get out of bed. So, that's what I'm going to have to do. But I know that it's important, so that's why I'm going to do it. So, if you guys want to join me in on that, then feel free. But do you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about? No?
Nope.
Brianna, do you?
No.
I think her computer froze or something. Anyways, I'll post the recording, but if you guys don't have any questions, then I guess I'll let you go. But thanks for hopping on, and I guess I will talk to you next week. Alyssa's gonna do the call next week, but I was gonna see if Tiffany, would you do the week after that? Yeah? That would be I think that's the week of the team retreat, actually.
Mom.
Yes, because that's the week of the team retreat, huh? Okay. Well, if Brianna wasn't froze or whatever happened to Brianna, I don't know what happened to her. She's frozen on my screen. Maybe I'll talk to Brianna and see if she wants to do it. But if not, then maybe we'll just cancel because the retreat's next week. But anyways, so I'll post the recording when I get it up. But thanks for hopping on, guys. And if you want a one-on-one, then message me, okay? But Thanks for hopping on, and I will see you guys next week. Okay? All right. See you guys.
Mommy, look. The water in there.